Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction request. If this is your first time, please consider subscribing, join the family. We'd absolutely love to have you. All right, so we have a reaction request here from C-Boy, and this one is a little bit of Rod Stewart. It's called Faces, or no, the actual artist name is Faces. It says, I know I'm losing you, but it says classic Rod Stewart, lead singer. So I guess this might be a group that Rod Stewart was in prior to everything else he did. I actually don't know, but this is pretty exciting, something new that we haven't done yet. And C-Boy left another note that says it's covering the Temptations. So this is pretty cool. Faces, I know I'm losing you. Without further ado, for me, C-Boy, and all of you, let's get off tap.
Goes like this with a very, don't ease up, keep going, do what we was doing just now and we'll all be happy.
Right off the back, man, I mean, I love when just the music absolutely just starts to already reel you in, like the music itself, just that funky, soul cool vibe that it has. And then you hear Mr. Stewart himself do what he does so well, and he just freaking comes in with that energy, that positive explosion, that explosiveness that is iconically Rod Stewart. You can't get Rod Stewart mixed up with anyone. This is like an origin story. I think this is really cool to see how he got his start, where did he start from, and how he became who he is today. I'm assuming this is like one of his things he did before anything else, but I gotta tell you, it is so iconically just Rod, and it's so cool. Even the mic stand, when he picked the mic stand up sideways, Rod Stewart, man, classic Rod Stewart. So I've enjoyed this. Let's keep vibing. Man, it must have been so cool to see artists like this performing back in the day. Like, this is just so cool. Like, this is like real music. It's something that can't really be replicated today, because there's just too many people that are just freaking feeling their music with so many different effects and everything. Like, back then, you had to be just in the zone, in the element when you're performing live. You couldn't just perform live and half-ass it. You had to really bring it with the thunder and the lightning and the rain. You had to bring the whole nine, because if you didn't, people were going to probably start throwing stuff at you and they weren't going to be happy. But look at this, not even a lot of distractions, even with lighting and stuff, like the lights. You know, it's just very simplistic, not overdoing it with anything, just so simple, so just precise and just exact. And you get to really appreciate the artist for what they really bring to the party, and not all the other stuff that adds to a show. Don't get me wrong, as an artist myself, I enjoy cool lights and all the extras and stuff, you know, and cool effects and things. Like, I enjoy all of that. But you got to admit, there was something really just wholesome, clean, pure about performances like this from back in the day. That's all I'm saying. Not hating on anything, but I'm just saying, would have been pretty cool to see this. If you did, let me know in the comments below, because this is fire. All right, let's keep going. He's going off. That's how you do a freaking drum solo. That is how you do it. And I love that they gave him just like freaking a couple minutes to just do his thing and really vibe out. You know, a lot of times you go and watch a show or something and they'll give you like this really short drum solo or guitarist or whoever, and you're like, dude, let him freaking eat, let him cook, let him freaking just have some time to shine in the sunlight, let him bathe in the beauty of it all. Like, they be just cutting it too short sometimes, so I like that they just let him just freaking go with it. And that is really freaking awesome. I love it. As you guys know who've been on the channel for a while, I play the drums, you know, among keyboards and singing and the whole nine, rapping, etc., song produced, etc. If you don't know, you're probably new here, which means you probably haven't subscribed yet, so I guess you might as well go ahead and do that now. You know, just to show some support, Be cool. Anyways, let's let them bring us home, and I'll give you my final thoughts in a second. Let's go. Oh, wow.
See you. Took a bit of time, but we...
The music of the faces. Stewart, Ronnie Lane, Ian Flagan, and somebody Jones. That is dope. Loved it, loved it, loved it. It's always cool seeing someone's origin story. That moment where they absolutely just got that little spark, that little bit of magic that carried them on, and it grew from a little seed to a big tree. That is so cool to see where it all started from. And I gotta tell you that this right here just shows us the greatness that Rod already had. You know, like some people need some time to come into their own to really freaking get the gist of it all. But it looks like from day one, Rod Stewart was already freaking in that zone, already getting the gist of it and doing his thing, and really already carving out that iconic Rod Stewart sound, that iconic energy, that thing that just makes Rod Stewart one of those icons, those legends that you guys know, that we don't have a zillion of them in history, but the ones that do were larger than life. Rod Stewart is one of those larger than life iconic ones that will forever go down in history as one of the all-time greats. And it's crazy, right? Because when you think about music, like, it's just something that was so special about music back in the day that it just seems like these days it's missing a little something. It's just not the same, and I don't think it's ever going to be the same. I don't think we'll ever have that golden age of music like there was back in the day. I just think that now it's just getting too artificial thanks to AI and things like that. It's just getting too over processed, too many effects, too many things. They're taken away from the wholesome, beautiful, just absolutely, you know, that just poeticness that comes from a passion that isn't polluted with a bunch of other contaminants that don't necessarily need to be there, just to really allow the audience to partake in an experience that is absolutely just so overwhelmingly, absolutely incredible, and one of those life-defining moments where you will never forget about that moment when you were there. You know, those are the type of performances that just seem to be something that you know, always, you know, you look back and, like, I can think of some shows that I went to, you know, and I'm like, man, those were just so incredible, so special. They were so iconic, and they're like these cool memories that nothing can ever replace. It's not the same like listening to it on a CD or watching it on YouTube or something like that. It's just not the same. You know what I mean? This is such a beautiful and awesome and incredible opportunity when you can go and watch an artist do what they do perfectly live, because there's some artists who can't replicate their freaking awesome sound that you hear when you're listening to a recording of their you know, their album or something, and it sounds so polished and perfect. Because in the studio we can do that as artists, as producers. We can really freaking get a million takes to get it perfect. But when you're performing live, back in these days, you didn't have any auto-tune or any other special effects, you know, pitch correction and all those other things to help you sound like you freaking are $1 million every time you perform live. Back then, you had to be able to do it without any help from any other artificial helpingness. You know what I'm saying? You had to be able to cook without having a chef back there, you know, making it taste extra special and extra spicy. You had to be able to cook on your own without Chef Boyardee there. So I really love and appreciate performances like this. And it's not only because I'm an artist and a producer and someone who's grown up with music their entire life and I love music, you know. It's not just because of that. It's just because I can appreciate this performance for what it is. And it is just the realest, absolutely most, probably, I guess, as close as we're ever going to get as far as music goes, as really being just so wholesome, so pure, and so absolutely just what every artist really wants their music to be, you know, like just a true representation of what they absolutely, you know, passionately wrote and created and produced. They want that realness. They want the audience to feel like, look, this is exactly how I wrote this. This is what it was meant to sound like. This is what it was meant to be like. This is how I wanted it to impact my listeners. I wanted it to be something that they could really relate with and feel connected to organically. And that is what the magic word is right here. It's just that organicness that right back in those times past was in abundance. And these days I fear that that organicness, well, just may never be the same again. So appreciate these recordings and these old videos that we have the opportunity to witness and experience right now. Even though it's not the same as being there, it's probably better than anything else that we're going to get these days, as far as from an organic, as close to just, you know, unpolluted, true passion that an artist really intended for their listeners to experience. And Rod Stewart did that perfectly, did that flawlessly. And again, what an origin story. I love it. 5/5. In other words, 5 out of 5 stars. But not that I'm giving anything a rating in particular, because you knew it was going to be 5/5 when you seen that it was Rod Stewart. So let's not get this twisted. It was always going to be 5/5. I ain't never seen Rod Stewart doing anything else but a 5/5. So anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. My website's still down, so if you do want to do a reaction request, or if you just want to show me some love, you can go to my PayPal, and the link's in the description there. And just, you know, whatever, if you're going to do a song or whatever, just, you know, make sure you put the title and the artist name and everything like that, so I can find it for you. And if you have a message or a note that you want to share with anyone, make sure that you also put that in the information. But guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this one, because now I'm just kind of just rambling, because, you know, that's what I do. I could actually just ramble about nothing for an hour, so we'll save that for a podcast. I'm going to start doing my podcasts and stuff again as well, so keep it locked and loaded. I love you guys, and as always, remember to enjoy to the fullest. Keep it off tap. I'm out.